Black Queens Forever.
Snow Bunnies Never.
Snow Bunnies Never, yo. Yo, you got a video. What? Pull up the video of Dr. Umar talking about this whole Shannon Sharpe situation.
I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this game. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother. I'm getting
Yo.
You already know the type of time Dr. Umar be on. Yo, what's good, y'all?
Yo, what's happening?
Welcome to another episode, Straight Up RnD, episode 57, right?
56. 56.
I'm one ahead.
56. One ahead.
Episode 56. No, I'm D.
And I'm Rich.
And you already know we got to go through a regular lingo. Well, go ahead, bro.
Yo. Like 56 episodes in, bro. Like, this is a Straight Up RnD podcast where we keep it real, raw, uncut, straight up, with opinions based on motherfucking facts.
Yes.
All right? And the number one rule on this podcast is we don't give a fuck about your feelings.
At all. But we do love the support.
But we love the support.
You know, we love how engaging y'all are in the comments, on the shorts, and even on the long form videos, we got a few comments. And, you know, just keep watching our shit. The views come up and
subscribe.
Subscribe, like, comment, support the channel.
Support the channel. It's a real authentic channel.
This is all us, yo.
Yeah, it's not many channels out there like this, but shit. We got some crazy news to cover this time around. Like the whole podcast, TV entertainment industry is going wild. All right.
Wow.
Oh man, there's a guy that goes by the name of Unc. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro.
Shay. He's a ESPN analyst. He's a LeBron James fanboy. He goes by the name of Shannon Sharpe.
Damn.
I'm
so sad that he got caught up in some shit like this, bro.
So if you didn't know by now, I mean, Shannon Sharpe got himself entangled up with some girl over some alleged I don't even know. This some tape. Let's say a tape.
Yeah.
Right. Some tape is going around. Some allegations. Better term. An allegation of him and some other girl. And you know she's demanding $50 million from him.
$50 million and saying that I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly. He abused her. You know, beat her, but you know, really the biggest thing that he did some non-consensual sexual things to her multiple times. That's what he's being accused of.
Yes.
And saying it happened been for multiple years. But the biggest thing in the story and what people are really focusing on is the big age gap.
Yeah.
Shannon is his mid-50s, nearly a 60-year-old man. And allegedly what's coming out is this girl was 19 at the time. She's still I think now she's still in her early 20s. I don't know, 21, 22, but she was 19, 20.
Yeah.
Damn, Shannon, that's young.
Yo, that's like that's almost at the border. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and then you know I looked up, and you know when I was researching it, his daughter is like 30, 31, 32, and so I'm like, you sleeping with somebody that's younger than your daughter, man, or you know what I mean? Like
that's saying something.
That's like golly, bro. But I mean, by the letter of the law, that's legal. by the letter of the law, you know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't like that. Like, if I'm just talking about from personal opinion, I just think it's kind of nasty for a man who's nearly 60 years old to be sleeping with a girl that young. It's just like, fuck, I got to talk about.
There's only one thing y'all could talk about.
Only one thing I could talk about.
There's only one thing, you know.
And it's like, and I'm just thinking like, bro, you a million. You know how many other women you can get? At least 30. You could get somebody at least 30. You can get somebody at your age, 40s. You know what I'm saying? You can, if you want something younger, you go for like 30, bro. Like 28, 19, teenager.
Yeah,
Like
when you say that way, that's like, yo, that's like right out of high school.
And I'm just thinking like, if my daughter is 19 and she brings home a 60-year-old man, bro, we scrapping right then. No questions. Like, there is no questions.
Man.
There's nothing for me to say. All my daughters like gotta say like, "Hey, this is my boy." Boop 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 boop. Like there is nothing else need to be said.
Boop boop.
You know what I'm saying? Like we scrapping. So like I just gotta, before we go deeper into it, I just gotta say that like I just gotta keep it real on how I feel just about that situation. I just think that's nasty as fuck. It's like I don't know, and I think that's what happens when, you know, when you're single in your 60s, you just.
But I thought he had a woman though. Or did he like divorce her or something? Or
no, I don't think he was ever married.
really? I thought
On
he
his
was.
podcast, I remember him saying that there are some women in his life that should have had his last name that he let get away, but he's never been officially like married, tied down. Like his children, you know, he just had. Has he just been going through life? He just had his kids. Not sure if they got the same mom or not, but he got kids. But he's never been tied down to one woman. And, you know, there's some people saying, see, this is what happens when you don't. I don't really want to get into all that, but there's some people just like.
You don't settle
this is what happens
down.
when you don't settle down. You get caught up in this. But it's just like, you know, there are other people out there. Like, for instance, Bill Belichick. Out there with like a 24-year-old girlfriend, and this man in his 70s, like,
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like this is just happening. It's just like and I thought he was married too. I don't know what the hell going on, but I guess when you get to a certain age and you single, you just want a young ass girl.
I don't know. I think maybe it's the money that gets to their head sometimes. But they
Bro,
feel
of course it's the money.
like they just feel like, yeah, I can do whatever the hell I want to do, date whoever the hell I want to do, but that comes with consequences.
It comes with consequences of big like. Okay, not to shy away from Shannon Sharpe, but I'm like, Bill Belichick, you're in your 70s. You got a 27-year-old girl. She's with you only because of the money, bro.
Yeah, that's clear as day.
There is no other like you seen Bill Belichick and his physique. Like he's shout out to Bill Belichick, greatest football coach of all time. But I mean, like, you think I'm gonna believe some shit when she said, "Oh, I just love Fitzpatrick"? No, man is a millionaire, taking care of you, buying you Birkin bags and all type of shit. That's why you with him. So that's the same thing I think about with this Shannon Sharpe situation. And that girl's like, oh. She know he's a millionaire, TV personality, has his own media entertainment company with Shay Media. Mm-hmm. She saw dollar signs.
And he's about to sign that $100 million contract.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, it's crazy how they're suing for half of that, $50 million.
Bro, that's a lot of money. That's
a lot of money, man.
And
that's a lot of zeros.
So now, after talking about that, Shannon did make his own video. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think he was really trying to get ahead of the curve with it, to say like, hey, there is a video out there, and if it leak, you know, I'm telling you, if it's 30 seconds, it was 10 minutes long. I was like, I guess that's one way to get ahead of it. Like, don't say, not, you know, keep it to yourself, and then, oh, it's another big surprise So if he's just saying it all, he's like, yo, release the video. You have the video. Y'all trying to blackmail me, whatever. You're trying to sue me or whatever. Just put the full information out so people could get context
Right.
of what was happening.
So, yeah, I think it was smart for him to just make that little video of like, look, this is a scam. And he has a point in the lawyer that is suing him is also the lawyer that sued Jay-Z, saying that he was in cahoots with P. Diddy and this and other non-consensual things. So, like, that lawyer has a terrible reputation of going after entertainers and making up obvious lies. So, like...
Cause you gotta think about it, that lawyer. He's looking for a payday too.
Yeah, like, if he wins a $50 million lawsuit, like, he's getting a couple million. He's getting a lot of money.
He's getting a good chunk of that.
Yeah, shoot, retirement money.
You know,
So,
he's
like,
gonna be gone.
Yeah, so a lot of people are saying that they think this is fake. They think this is a sham. You know, I just want to see how this plays out. I just want to see like how this plays out. Like
I mean, do you think it's fake though? Do you think it's?
I think it's it's not adding up to me. It's like, all right, there are so many reports out about things saying that when he got his new gig at ESPN, he moved to a different state, and she followed him.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard that on you know Cameron and May's show.
Yeah.
Cameron was saying that, and I'm like, if that's true, then like, how was that not consensual? Like, if somebody is abusing you, why would you follow them to a different state if that's what they're doing? You know what I mean? So that's something I'm taking into consideration. Shannon Sharpe made his stance, his text messages, and a video recording out. And there's a video recording out of him talking to the girl.
Yeah, I heard that audio.
And I'm just like, why are you recording that conversation?
I think she was recording.
No, she was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why are you recording the conversations between you and Shannon Sharpe? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm just like, if somebody's abusing you, like, why are you calling them? And then, I don't know, bro. It just seems a lot of fishy. And again, the lawyer who's behind it. So I'm like, to me, it's looking like it's a sham. And unfortunately, he just messed with a young girl who is on money. And this is where you're at right now. She has nothing to lose, and she's the only fan.
She really don't. Yeah, she really doesn't. And when you talk about the recording, the phone call, is like, I feel like that was in the works from that period, like, to set this man up. And what a lot of these guys got to think about too is these women, they will do any and anything to try to set you up. You say the wrong thing, you have a little heavy tone, you're a little bit have some aggression in your voice. They're gonna look at that like, yup, keep it up. Next time you do that, I'm gonna record it. Next time I'm gonna try to make you do something out of character so that I can hold it against you. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely looking for her own payday, and she's young. She seemed like, I think she got like OnlyFans or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, she really don't have no real direction in her life, and this is her lotto ticket right here.
Mm-hmm.
So if she can go and make that money, this is the end result. It's the end result right here.
Yeah. So I don't want to really victim blame because, I think in this case, a lot of people are saying Shannon's a victim. Like, oh, it's your fault for messing with that girl. I'm like, yeah, we already established you shouldn't mess with a girl that young.
You shouldn't, but he didn't break a law.
He didn't break a law.
He didn't break a law, and I'm not condoning that either. I'm not condoning that, but it's like,
it's just by the textbook of the law. Like, as long as it was consensual, he's fine.
He's fine, but she's gonna say otherwise.
And my thing is, so I'm looking at it like, are there any criminal charges, or is you just looking for the payday?
She's looking for the payday.
Because if he truly abused you, beat you, sexually assaulted, all these things, I would think you would press criminal charges to like put him in jail for what he's done. Mm-hmm. But it seems like you just want to sue him for money. So it's just not adding up, bro.
And I think she wanted to get, you asked for 50 million, maybe you get 10.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, oh, I don't want you to screw up my public image. Here's 10 mil, just be quiet. Maybe that's what she was at.
There's reports of that too. Like he offered 10 million before it went public.
Oh yeah.
I saw it today. I don't know if it's true, but I feel like something could be like that. Could be true. Like he knew this was coming, so maybe he was like, "Look, I'll pay you a few M's before this goes public." But then I'm guessing the lawyer got a whiff at that $100 million contract. Like, no, we could hold out and get more, and then went public with it.
Because now it's gonna screw up a lot of his deals. So he may not even get the 100 mil or anything close to that. People probably pull out because you know how people are very like, you get an accusation and you could be acquitted of all charges, acquitted of all things, and you still screwed. You're still messed up. Like, what's his name? Kevin Spacey.
Oh yeah,
his whole thing was like
that was crazy.
Yeah, his whole thing was finished and acquitted and all that, and he still can't get a job. He still can't film. He's like, oh, I had to sell my house and this. He don't got no money. I mean, I'm sure he's got millions in the bank, but hey,
you remember Jonathan Majors?
Him too.
Yeah, and he was going through a situation, and it looks like that's all resolved now. But unless he's making a movie behind the scenes, I don't really see him.
Yeah, he actually is making a movie. He got a role.
Oh,
he got
okay.
a role. It's like some movie that took place during segregation time.
Okay, so he's doing something.
Yeah, so he's doing something. He got a movie out. So he was able to bounce back.
But he was big at one point. He was
But he's done with Marvel though.
Yeah, Marvel dropped his ass one time.
One time.
So that's the thing. It's like, even if you're innocent or not, when you got these type of allegations attached to your name, you're done. Mm-hmm. And then what really pisses me off about this, say if it's true, like, all right, I was, falsely accused of doing this. Think the world cares? There's no protection of men, and then there's no really consequences for the women who just go out there and just spew lies on them.
Yeah, lies.
So it's like this going to happen all the time until society say, enough is enough. Stop lying on men and ruining their name and image and likeness for money so you can get some type of payday. And this is going to just keep happening. Like, there has to be some type of consequences if proven in court that you were lying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what's gonna suck the most is for the actual victims who were going through that, and now someone really does go through something like that, and they're trying to get their message out. People are not gonna believe it anymore. They're gonna like, she's just trying to get paid. She's just trying to ruin this man's life because he got da 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 going on. And it'll get downplayed, eventually. But right now, is any accusation come out, that man his career, everything is done. He's over with. But when you brought up Jonathan Majors, it made me think they all have one thing in common. Did you figure it out? Like Shannon, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Damn, the dude from the Ravens, the sportscast, the sports anchor. I was messing around with the Ravens employee.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know you're talking about.
Like, Dr. Umar is right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the Snow Bunny crisis.
Snow Bunny crisis. And look, I'm all for love. But it's just like, it's just a pattern. That's all we saying. Just a pattern.
Yo, what how the saying go? Black queens forever.
Snow bunnies never.
Snow bunnies never, yo. Yo, you got a video. Pull up the video of Dr. Umar talking about this whole Shannon Sharpe situation.
I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this game. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother. I'm getting
You already know the type of time Dr. Umar be on.
Dr. Umar. Yo, you say one thing about this man. He's consistent.
He's
with
consistent.
that snow bunny-ish.
And then no matter what you think about what he's saying, it's like there's cases coming out proving his point, no matter if you think he's, racist or crazy or radical. It's just that when you see shit like this, from his standpoint, it's like, yo, I'm calling all black men to protect themselves. And this is how he thinks black men should protect themselves. Not dating white women.
Hey, I mean, it's been proven. It's been proven. I mean, yeah, we got like a couple of black girls that may do that, but it ain't big. It ain't big like this.
This is crazy.
Because I think mainly it's just circled around, oh, the girl gets pregnant, they want to keep the kid, and then they throw the guy on child support. At least that's what I see with the rich black people dealing with a black woman. But then when it's a white woman, it's like your whole business is out there. They trying to destroy you, your character, all of that stuff.
They go for blood.
Yeah, they going for the juggler. You know what I'm saying? But he's got a point. he's got a point. I mean,
like, even with the Anthony Edwards situation with his baby mom, it was put out there like he wants nothing to do with the kid. He paid his child support up front, and that was it.
That's it.
For some reason, something is telling me that battle is not yet over. It's just like I could see him popping back up in the future. Like, yeah, he paid off for child support, but I still need more money for whatever reason. So, but that's all you heard from that. But this is crazy, man. So, I hope he learned a lesson to stay away from them young ass girls. Date women around your age. And what's crazy too? Like, what if Shannon wins the case and it was proven that she was lying? His reputation's already tarnished, and she just goes back to OnlyFans.
I mean, it's not like she ever left. She probably got more subscribers now.
And then, like, her life essentially wouldn't really change. But him, people gonna look at him so differently. And there are people who are, people who talk on both sides of their mouth, like, hey, it's your fault. It's not your fault. So, like, your fan base could diminish. You'll potentially lose your ESPN contract. Then you got your own podcast and stuff, but, like, how will that affect you in the future? Like,
that's right.
And, in terms of partners and stuff, too, like, do people like, hey, you got this attached to your name. We don't want to partner with you anymore. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna look. It's not gonna look good for him. But I think if his ESPN stuff gets cut, I think he'll be fine with his podcast.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Stuff. And I also saw one thing he was doing Club Shay Shay with Monique.
Oh yeah,
and she was going in on him about dating younger women and being with 19, 20-year-olds and stuff like that. She was getting in on him. She was like, oh, you need a woman that's like, in her 40s, her 50s. I know this, that, and the third. And it's so funny how that kind of aged. You fast forward from then to now, and it's like, boom, you're in that situation. Can't say she ain't try to warn you.
She definitely did. It's crazy how that video's resurfacing back up. Yeah, she definitely said that. And yeah, Shannon, bro, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about that. I just think you got to just tough this shit out, bro. You got to.
You do.
This is going to be a long battle. This is going to be talked about for a while. it's like, damn, bro, like, what do you do? And I'm almost thinking about his kids. Like, how does his daughter look at him now? Like,
I mean, I feel like
imagine we got to talk about this shit to your family. Like, yo, like, you was messing with a 19-year-old? Like, think how they would look at you differently now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much other shit that's happening behind the scenes that we just don't know.
Did you see the text messages?
I didn't, nah.
Oh my god!
I heard it was some freaky ass shit.
Oh my gosh! Like that's my thing. Like when that came out and the shit that they were saying, I was like, whoa. But like, I was reading it and I'm thinking like it's, you know, a much older woman. Like she's like maybe like in her 40s or something. Because like at that point when I found out, I didn't know who it was, like who the girl was or what she looked like or how old she was. All I saw was, oh, these are the leaked text messages. I'm like, okay, read that. And then I'm looking at like the audio. I saw the audio part. I'm like, okay, she sounds white. Mm. And then when I saw her, when somebody found her, found her on Instagram, I looked at it, I was like, oh, dang. And then, you know, reading the comments, people were like, yeah, she's like 19, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. I was like, yo, that's crazy. But the way they was talking was on some, like, next level stuff, man. Like, it was... But now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, she was trying to trap him.
Yeah, that's what people were saying with the recording.
She was trying to trap him. She was trying... Even with the text messages, she was trying to trap him. You know?
But she was working on this for a while, and he didn't see it coming.
He didn't see it coming. I mean, he got all that money, got all that fame. You know, he probably, you know, living a rock star lifestyle and running around, in these streets till you buck into the wrong one. You know?
Yeah.
But hey, I got to give it to Stephen A. though. He kept it 100.
Well, what did he say fully? I saw like clips. I didn't see like his full monologue on it.
Yeah, no. So I watched the full thing. I mean, he was kind of like saying he's backing Shannon and that he hopes that it's not true. That, you know, this can get dismissed and, you know, he can recover from it. And, you know, he did break down the fact that, yeah, he had $100 million contract coming up and they're asking for half of that. He talked about the lawyer who's been, you know, accusing Jay-Z of being with an underage woman. So he's even acknowledging that, yeah, this lawyer is a crooked lawyer just out there trying to get some money and destroy people's names. Mm-hmm. But he did say he spoke to the chairman of Disney and they said, you know, they're going to wait to see as more information comes out. And then, you know, they'll see how it plays out and then they'll make a decision from there. So it really does seem like ESPN, Disney is, you know, they got him on the chopping block. You know, but it will be interesting if this doesn't go anywhere, if Disney drops him or not.
I think they're gonna wait to see like how long this takes to play. Like if this could get dismissed pretty quickly, then I'm like, all right, maybe Disney will just give him another chance. But if this like just keep going on for a while, then I don't know. Like, just knowing Disney, bro, like, I just don't know if they want this attached to the name. So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they cut him. But hopefully he can, like, resolve this quick, like, where, like, all right, it's a talking point now, and then it's over with soon.
Yeah, I mean, like, even when you think about the IG thing, like, when that happened, it kind of was, like, a big thing for, like, a week or two, and then everybody kind of just forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I honestly forgot. If this situation with him now didn't happen, I wouldn't have remembered that IG thing. Like,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays information comes and goes. You know, like.
Yeah, the IG thing. And plus, the IG thing, too, it was... People laughed it off. People was cracking jokes on him. Like, it was still wasn't a good look, but it was just like, all right, that can brush off after a little bit. But this is attached to your name, bro. You know what I mean? And you know what's even funny? Oh, when he was at Fox, so he got some allegations. Skip Bayless got allegations, and Joy Taylor. And they were all a team at one point. So they were like, yo, that's the freakiest duo of all time.
And you know, as I was watching the Stephen A's response, I was like, yo, he better not get himself caught up into some shit. Stephen A. Smith better not catch himself slipping up with no BS like this.
And you know what got me thinking? I was like, bro, won't be surprised me if all them other people doing the same thing, but they just got it tucked away. And they're looking at like, damn, Shannon, we all doing the same thing, but you the one that got...
You really wildin', bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I guess he just wasn't moving correctly. Like, I'm not saying Stephen A. was messing with some young girls, but shoot, he was having his fun. Probably still is, and he just got it under control. He like, signed 3 NDAs fucking with him.
Shit.
He like, you go public with anything.
Damn.
It's your life.
Yeah, it really is your whole life.
An NDA and all that. So, yeah, maybe Shannon didn't do that with this girl, like sign a NDA.
Clearly not.
Yeah. I know Derek Jeter was famous for that. They were like, every girl Derek Jeter had, she had to sign an NDA before they even hopped in a limo with him.
Oh, damn.
And then he sent them off with a little gift after the night.
I didn't even know that. Damn.
Yeah, so like,
he was like, clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Man. No, I mean, shoot. Yeah, this is some serious ish, man.
Yeah. So Shannon, hurry up and get this shit over with, man. But he's still doing nightcap and stuff. So
he gonna have to. What was it? Who's he doing with? Chad.
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know they're gonna talk. I know Chad is gonna rip him up on it.
Yeah, once it's over with, he's gonna crack some jokes. And as he damn should.
Shit, I would. When it's all done, I was like, yo, so what happened? What really happened? Yeah, nah. But yeah, in other news, former First Lady Michelle Obama has come out on her podcast. I don't remember what her podcast name is. It is what it is. I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Like, come on, yo. She's a black woman she's the first black first lady. Like, we all should be tuned in. We all should be subscribed to her channel.
She ain't talking shit I want to hear, bro.
She don't even got 1 million subscribers, yo. I thought she would have got 1 million. I don't even think she got 200K.
Bro, because like...
Hold on, check it up. Let me see. Let's do it right now. Let me jump on the YouTube. The YouTubers. Obama podcast. How much she got? Let's see. Dude, she has 126K subscribers.
Oh, yeah, I see it. 126K. I mean, that ain't bad, but I mean,
no.
You would think she's probably like the most popular first lady.
No, that's bad. It's not that it ain't bad. She should at least have 800K. That I would have been like, oh, okay. Because look, if you go to her, let's see, you go to her Instagram. Where is she at?
Man, it's crazy. Her brother look just alike. This is scary.
She got 11 million followers.
They're not coming to YouTube though.
Like what? I mean, if she was having a podcast, I think wouldn't that have like more, because people would want to see, like, really hear her thoughts. You know what I mean?
Nobody want to hear anything from any type of Democrat these days.
Like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. But yeah, so she went on her podcast and kind of aired out some rumors about her not showing up to Trump's inauguration, her not showing up to Jimmy Carter's funeral. And her reasoning was because she was thinking about herself and her own personal well-being. Long story long, long story short, long story however you want to call it, I'm calling that bullshit. I'm saying that straight up, that's bullshit. There's no reason that you can say, oh, I didn't go to this inauguration for myself or for my own personal reason, whatever her excuse was. Like, that is just blatant disrespect. I mean, especially on the Jimmy Carter front, where it's like he didn't even do anything.
It's a funeral. You just go to pay your respects.
It's just a funeral. You just pop up, and pop out. But I still think there's some turmoil in that marriage with Obama. What do you think?
Yeah, and she expressed on her podcast too, like being in the White House, kind of messed up their marriage a little bit because I don't think she really ever wanted Obama to run. You know what I mean? Because I don't think she wanted to get involved in politics that way, but he ran and he won, and they were in the spotlight for 8 years. And I can understand from this standpoint, like she said, like how much of a strain that was on the girls, like constantly being monitored, everything you do, dealing with Secret Service all the time. Like they didn't have an opportunity to have like a normal childhood. But my standpoint, I'm like, he was a president of the United States.
Like
he was the highest ranking seat in the land. So it's like, yeah, with that position is going to come with some sacrifices you got to make. So it's like, I'm just like, man, you kind of just hold it down while he just served this duty to his country. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, but again, I'm not trying to downplay the cons. Like, all right, yeah, I can understand being in a spotlight like that for 8 years. People, and especially when it comes to your kids, it's like they just have to keep constantly adjusting. They can't be normal kids. Like how you be a normal kid and fuck up and then nobody will know.
I mean, like, look at Hunter Biden.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and Trump kids seem like Trump got a kid in college. Barron kind of grew up in the White House.
Yeah.
He was a little boy in Trump's first term. And then he went through the whole campaign and stuff, and now he's back in the White House. So it's like, obviously there's going to be pros and cons, but I'm just like, bro, he was a president of the United States.
And even for Donald Trump's kids, like, it's even worse because
oh my God. His son goes to New York University.
Yeah.
Liberal mania.
Like, he must be getting toe up every day, I would imagine. But who knows? But nah, like, I don't buy that though. That the kids can't live a normal life and they can't, like, come on, the stress and bro.
No, I can see that though, bro.
Yo, I can't see that. Can't see that, yo. Like, if I had Secret Service here right now, I wouldn't feel like, damn, I can't even like take a shit in peace. Like, I'd be happy, like, yeah, somebody looking over my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that important.
I think when you got Secret Service, it was like, I don't think you could just do regular shit anymore, like go for a walk in a park.
You could.
It's like you can, but them niggas got to clear out the park.
Like, yeah.
You got to
clear that shit out for me, yo. Like, I'm coming through.
You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I said, I get from that something, but again, I just come from this, like, that was the president of the United States. You were the first lady. Like, don't you think those sacrifices were well met? Like, they meant something.
Exactly. Like,
you know what I mean? And
so many people would want to be in your place right now.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. I just think it's kind of real selfish and not to think about what he was doing for the country. And saying like, all right, I understand you're helping Americans, everyday Americans. I know you was a big world leader and doing things for, everybody, but I'm still upset at you because of, whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's just like, and then like when you want, and then I'm not a fan of like publicly shaming your relationship, putting it out there. Like, I just feel like if somebody asks you anything about your relationship or your marriage, you should be like, hey, everything's good. And then if something's bad, you just talk about that shit off air. So for you to go on air and be like, say all that shit and then say stuff like, hey, I'm focusing on myself. And, I said on previous episode, I think you should always pop up in public with your husband, especially for important events. You know how much shit husbands do or show up to that they don't want to go to support their wives. Like, it's just two main events is go to the funeral, go to the inauguration. If the president of the United States said he wants to go to the inauguration, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like Trump, but he's like, I'm gonna go. Then first lady, you should just go. Like, the other first ladies were there, former first ladies were there. So it's like, it's just I don't know. I just don't. This is not even political. I just don't like when you just disrespect your spouse publicly. It's just like, it's a bad fucking look.
She trying to wear the pants in a relationship, man.
That's what I'm saying. All this feminism shit creeping down in the relationship, bro. And I'm just like, I'm like, nah, bro. And I know Obama wasn't cool with that. He could probably look, I understand, like Trump, but it's like, I'm not asking you to be with him. We don't even got to talk to him. Just attend. And we out. That's it.
I mean, look what Kamala did. She didn't even say a word. Like, she was just, she turned around, looked back at Obama, see him laughing and giggling with Trump, and then she turned back around.
Yeah, because she probably don't like Obama. Obama didn't want her ass to run in the first place.
I mean, Obama's not wrong. Like,
Obama's like, you gonna make us lose.
And she sure did. I mean, shit.
Lot going on, y'all. Lot going on.
Yo, it's serious out here. It's serious out here. I mean, she definitely shouldn't have put her business out on Front Street. She should have just left it the way it was. And let everybody, keep us guessing and wondering, like, oh, was it? And just leave it alone.
That's what I'm saying. Just leave it alone. Talk to your husband about it. Talk to your close friends about it.
And that happened what? January, right?
Well, not showing up to inauguration?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because inauguration's in January.
Yeah.
And then the funeral was before that. Same month. It was like weeks before.
Yeah.
So we're in April now. End of April, about to be May. Why are you bringing this up now? Like, you should have said that like months ago.
Could have just let it be, yo. Let it be. But I don't know.
I think I know why she said it.
It's like, look, to me, not saying you still can't be you're separate people in a marriage, but when you're married, you're one. You move as a unit. Your husband has to go to certain events and, you got to go with him. Same thing. If you have an important event, your husband shows up with you. He supports you. You support your husband. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Like, I just don't see the pushback. Like, what do you mean, like, now you're focusing on yourself? Like, what does that mean? Focus on yourself how? Like, yeah, like, if you focus on yourself mean, like, hey, you just want to do your podcast, that's fine. You do your podcast, that's for you or whatever. But I don't think focusing on yourself should mean disrespecting your husband in the process. It's like, I just...
when you said the word focus on yourself, like, imagine if you're dating a girl and you're not married or whatever, you're dating, and then she's like, yeah, I just want to focus on myself. What does that mean to you? Like, how would you take that?
All right, cool. Shoot. I guess we taking a break or we done. Like, I would think something is wrong in a relationship.
Exactly. So there is something going on, especially the fact that she's saying it on the podcast to get some more subscribers, because that subscriber count is pretty low. But, she's trying to like say that there's an issue in the marriage without telling us. Now you're opening the door even wider. Because now people are going to want to really look at, okay, well, why are you focusing on yourself? You're married. That's your husband. You have 2 kids. Why? What made you want to say that? were you planning to run for president? Or are you planning to be a senator or a governor or what? Like, what's the deal?
She says she doesn't want to get involved in that side of politics, but we'll see.
She doing the black women a disservice if she don't run for president. That's what I feel. She would be the first real black woman running for president. I would have voted for her. I'm telling you, I would have voted for her. If it was Trump or Michelle, I probably would have voted for Michelle.
It depends.
Because she probably would have had, I think she would have came with some better ammo, some better points, something that seemed a little bit more like, okay, depending on how heavy she was leaning on the feminist BS or the other stuff, like, all of that plays a factor. But I mean, like, come on. She would have been the best candidate to be the first female black president.
Yeah. And she would have had everybody named Mama voting.
Oh, there would have been no...
Trump would have not be president. Mm-hmm. Like, it would have been a surefire win for Michelle Obama. People wouldn't even know her policies. They were like, Michelle Obama?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
They didn't watch a debate. They didn't watch an interview. They just know they gotta wake up on voting day and go to the polls and vote for her.
I know who I'm voting for. Her name Obama. That's all they're gonna say.
That's it.
Like, she could be saying some reckless shit. They gonna vote for her. That's what I'm saying. She would have definitely won. And I think she's doing a big disservice to you want some coals? Yeah. He's doing a big disservice, to all the young black women that want to be president one day.
And see, that's it. She got some time to change her mind. Like, I could think, maybe her daughters will get her ear as she's getting older, as they're getting older. Like, yo, if you run, you can win. And she just has to be. I don't even think she has to do even too much. Like, she just gotta come to the center a little bit. And I can see her blowing people out in the primary. Like, I'm being serious. Like, if she says I'm going to run, she will be the face of Democrat. Like, right now, AOC is the face of the Democratic Party.
That's a bad idea. I don't know, like, legit.
Right now, she's the face.
That's bad.
But now, if you got Michelle Obama coming in,
stronger case. But these delusional Democrats, they don't know what they're doing.
Bro.
It's like they have Jordan on the team, but they're not giving him no minutes to play.
I keep thinking the Democrats are the reason. I said this before. They're the reason why Trump was ever a thing. If you would have just put in Bernie Sanders, bro, I can't think of anybody who wasn't supporting Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. Nah, Bernie had a big, especially young amongst the younger generation. He had it.
And I'm like, I think they just like, we're going to roll with Hillary because, Bernie, he's not too wrapped up in all that DC bullshit. He's more center than everybody. Like, I can't even think of any other Democrat who's actually came out and say, like, hey, I at least agree with this with Trump. Mm-hmm. Every Democrat is like, oh, Trump bad on every single point. But he's like, hey, he's making a note. He doesn't like Trump, but he at least like this and, this policy or that. Like, he's more realistic in the way he talks and in the way he would run his campaign. And I think people would get behind him. Everybody was thinking of, remember he was talking about, free health care and, cancel student loan. Like, everybody was behind him. It felt like he was going to be the person to actually go into the White House, get rid of all the corruption that's going on, and actually, like, literally put the American people first. Because I feel like every political candidate says that. Mm-hmm. But behind the scenes, they're working for these big corporations.
Yep.
Like, the Democrats always say tax the rich, tax the rich. well, why are these tax loopholes still in place where these rich billionaires don't have to pay taxes?
Because, you know, a lot of the times, a lot of these same Democrats just running around talking about tax rich are millionaires and billionaires themselves.
And them goddamn corporate donors they in bed with use those same loopholes.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, get rid of the loopholes.
They won't.
If you really want them to pay a fair share, somebody get rid of the loopholes. Obama could have done it for 8 years. You had the House and the Senate. You had all the playing cards at one time.
Yeah.
Biden, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like,
Joe Biden.
It's just like, yo, and bro, sometimes I'll be like, bro, like, what's the point of voting sometimes? Like when I'm thinking about it as of like right now, like, they're both lying to us. Mm-hmm. Both sides are gonna lie. Now, as you still gotta like choose, unfortunately, you still gotta choose, like, all right, which side you think will be better for the country, but they're both are gonna lie. And then I do think when you're the Democratic candidate or the Republican candidate, there's some form of corruption going on.
Of course.
Right? You're bought out. You're in somebody's pocket. And these people, like Elon Musk, there's an Elon Musk on the Democratic side. We just don't know him or her. There is somebody who poured millions of dollars into the Democratic Party. Mm-hmm. There's somebody, like if Kamala won, there was somebody who poured so much money into her campaign that you don't think that person will have a seat at the table?
That's definitely, well, it's not even Facebook. They was pouring millions. Apple, there was pouring millions.
Why do you think Trump said
you know what I mean?
He ain't doing the terrorists on the Apple technology and shit?
Exactly. Ford, they was pouring, all of these big major companies was pouring millions into the Democratic Party because at the end of the day, when it came down to the business, they was saving a lot of money.
You think they doing that for the goodness of their heart? Hey, you know, we just love Trump, Kamala, Obama, whatever. We just want to give y'all this money. They're like, if we give you this money, these are the laws and policies we want in place. That's it. That's why I'm like, there's some form of corruption, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, stop sticking to these sides of Republican and Democrat. Don't tie too much to them, because, bro, like, they're lying.
They all lying.
They all lie. They all lie. And there's some corruption going on. So, again, Trump, Kamala, I think Trump was a better candidate, but do I think he's telling the truth all the time? Fuck no. Mm-hmm. In D.C., bro, some dirty games going on in D.C.
You got to play dirty. You got to get your hands dirty if you're out in D.C. You can't be all like, oh, yeah, an angel walking around like you did everything by the book. You got to do things off the books to get further out there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I would say, at least with the Republican Party and Trump, those people, at least we know who they are with the type of bullshit. Like, with Elon Musk, he donated the most amount of money to his campaign. So we know why Trump is having him, you know, in the White House, taking interviews, seats at a table, and attending these high-level meetings. Because Elon was like, bro, if I give you this money, behind the scenes, Elon was like, bro, I'm giving you this money, I'm going to campaign for you, but this is what the fuck I want. There's people like that on both sides. Mm-hmm. The Democrats, we just don't know those people, bro.
Yeah, they're really quiet.
Really
quiet. And that's the thing that a lot of you know what's crazy is like when the Democrats are in office, the liberals are still complaining about, oh, this is still too high and rent is high and all this inflation, this, that, and the third. And then when you get a Republican in office, then they attack the actual person instead of saying, yo, like, we still have high rent, high inflation, have all of these high bills, food that still increases. Like, at the end of the day, it's you gotta attack the system. You can't just draw all your attention to one person, thinking that one person is the one that's responsible for doing all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, people who decide to choose sides and go far left or far right, in the end, you just gonna look stupid because they all lying to you on both sides.
Yeah, bro. And you know, the biggest thing with the Democrats too, like, a lot of things they want to do for the country sound good. like, hey, pay off the loans. Hey, free healthcare, stuff like that. But, growing up in New York City and you look at some of these areas, it's like, all right, these policies are in place, but people are still struggling. People are still poor. Like, the education system is still failing. Like, there is some things with that party, they just don't have a willingness to change things. And I think that's why a lot of people went to Trump. It's like, all right, we're trying it your way and shit's still not changing. So that's like, we got to give him a chance to see if that change can, be positive, can help the country. But my thing is that y'all all going against Trump and the Republicans and saying this is not the right way, but then what's the right way? Because your current way is not working at this moment. So I'm just like, all right, I would just love for somebody to come out and say, all right, look, we don't agree with Trump on this. This is why it won't work, but this is what we should be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to have a productive conversation what we can do, but it's just so much nonsense, and it's just so much attack and hate on each other. And again, this is why I think, China's above us, because they're not going through all this shit. Like, they have a culture set in place of, like, their values. We have so many different ideologies in the country. Like, what is America right now? Like, what?
It's the everything America.
Everything.
It's the everything. So like an everything bagel, But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this all kind of unfolds later on in Trump's candidacy, presidency. And yeah, I guess all we can do is wait. The tariffs kicked in. You look. Just in January or February, we was talking about Russia, Ukraine. Whatever happened to that? Like, what is happening over there? Like, nobody knows. All we know is Doge, tariff, Elon, this, that. We like, where's the real stories?
Because there's so much is coming out.
What happened to the hostages? Like, are they still around? Like, what like Hamas and all those terrorists? What's going on? Nobody
right now,
knows.
People are focused on tariffs and the guy who got who was shipped off to El Salvador.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so those are the main topics right now. Like,
I don't know, man.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. A lot more has come out. We spoke on the El Salvador situation, but a lot more has come out since then.
Yeah.
Regarding that case, and I honestly think this is something the Democrats should just drop.
So you say leave that man.
I say leave him. Like, hey, if they have to be due process, let it be due process. But
in El Salvador,
I'm hearing so much of what's going on. Like, at that time when we reported, now they're saying he was a gang member and he snuck in illegally. Now they're saying he has gang tattoos. Now he beat his wife. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, shit.
Is this true? Like, I'm trying to figure out if this is true. Like, the wife did an interview. She was asked a clear question. Were you, like, afraid of your husband? I'm paraphrasing a little bit. Like, Michael Strahan asked, like, you have a protection order against your husband. Were you afraid of him?
She has a protection order against him?
She filed one a couple years ago. Like, I guess he was abusing her or, like, beating her. She didn't answer the question. She just said, oh, my husband's alive. It's like, what?
Oh.
So, like...
if it was a white woman, would she have, like, told the truth? If it was a black woman, would she have... like, I don't know, man. I don't know. She loyal to her kind, you know what I mean? We need more...
But I'm like, is that true? Like, if he was beating you, like, what am I supposed to think? Now, maybe he shouldn't have been shipped to El Salvador. Like, you could bring him back.
Yeah, maybe Guatemala.
Whatever the fuck they say. Because they say he shouldn't have been shipped there. And the Dems, and this is why I said, I don't think this is a hill you should die on. Like, if you want to argue due process and stuff, find another case. Not this case, because if it's true that this guy is a MS-13 gang member, he came in illegally, beating his wife. What am I defending? At the time we both said like, nah, Trump, this is wrong. Like, if he's a legal citizen and he was mistakenly shipped over there, but the president of El Salvador said he was a terrorist. It's like, bro, like if the president is saying, what am I supposed to think?
True.
So that's why I'm like, this is not the case. The Dems should be like fighting.
It's a very, I don't want to minimize like his situation, but it should not be like the forefront of like everything that they're fighting for.
My God, and then who was it? I don't even know. It was.
And I bet you if this guy comes back, he's gonna turn around and commit a crime anyway. You're gonna be like, oh well, this is the guy that you guys are ranting and raving about, and then look what happens.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like when this stuff started to come out, I'm like, that's not the thing. I'm like, I'm like, bro, if you beat your wife and you're here illegally, like,
It's a double homicide.
like you got to get up out of here. Like, so like, I don't know, man. Like, I just think the Democrats should just leave this alone. Find another case. Like, there are so many things to attack Trump on. Man be saying the wildest shit of wild. But I just think people will look at this and be like, well, if these things are true, how much energy they should put into this for fighting for him to come back. Like, you want to bring back home somebody who beat his wife? Bring back home somebody who's an alleged gang member? Like, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, the Democrats have a lot of stuff to figure out. They're in an identity crisis. They're having an identity crisis, and they have to get their shit together. Point blank. I mean, I would like to have two strong parties, like strong parties that are, have the best interests of the country, and just trying to prove to the American people why their party is better and will help and yada, yada, yada. But it just seems like they're like focused on the wrong things. Like, okay, yeah, the guy was innocent. It was there, but look, dig into it. Get the facts. Give us the facts. Show the people the facts. And if this guy isn't a gang member, if he isn't this and isn't that, then I heard even the judge, the one that requested to bring the guy back, he was, I think either it was him or some other judge. I can't fully remember, and I'm gonna find it and post it in the description. Judge was running around with the gang members, taking pictures with the gang members, housing illegals in his own house.
This is crazy.
So I'm like, wait a minute. You're representing the law of the United States, and you out here breaking the law in the same breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of crazy, and he's a Democrat.
Yeah, see, this is the type of shit that's going to have them losing. Like, you want two strong parties to keep each side honest. Like, it should definitely be like, oh, man, both sides making sense. It shouldn't be some type of blowout like with Trump and Kamala where it wasn't close. Like, because when I was listening to the first chapter of that book that just came out that's talking about, I can't remember the name, with talking about the Joe Biden, Kamala, Trump campaign.
Oh, yeah, that guy that...
Yeah, and then Susie Wiles, who's a part of Trump's team, they have a quote saying, like, they can't believe how bad Kamala was. Once they saw how bad she was, they were just super confident they were going to win. So just thinking about that, not saying they didn't, put they all into the campaign, but if somebody is that bad, how much fight are you going to put into it? It's like the country has no choice but to go one way.
Mm-hmm. Which was shown.
If you had somebody like Michelle Obama, who was a real threat, you could have possibly seen a different type of Trump.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And what ammo would he have against her? didn't serve a day in office. She was only first lady. So, like, he wouldn't really have nothing to say except attack her husband.
But it could have had him maybe come up with different policies. Like, all right, we got to change our structure because she's coming out with some real ammo and she's getting a lot of people behind her. That's the benefit of having two strong parties. So, hey, we'll see what happens a couple years. Then we got a lot to figure out. And, you know, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll just see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be real interesting to see what AOC is going to be seeing in the next 6 months. But
I don't know, bro. I'll admit I don't really check out AOC that much, but she's really popular right now.
I mean, she's been popular because she's like young. She's like that Crockett woman. What's her name? Jasmine Crockett.
I haven't heard her in a little bit.
Yeah, because she got to tone it down. Somebody probably put her in her place.
They're like, yo, sit down.
Sit down. But I think because she's younger, you know, she's from the Bronx, representing the Bronx. You know, a lot of Democrats up here in New York. So I think, you know, she's out there trying to attack Elon and Trump and all this stuff. They're going back and forth on X and this, that, and the third. So I think she riding a little wave right now, but then soon she gonna go quiet and nobody ain't gonna be talking about her no more.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about, I don't know, like on them side, like Pete Buttigieg. That's how you say his name, Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg, whatever. People like him. They think he's more respectable. You got people like Josh Shapiro. People like, you know, these are people who are like not radical liberals. You know, like AOC seems radical to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. But this is why it's important to have a primary. If you're going to have somebody like AOC, Gavin Newsom, Pete Buttigieg, and Shapiro there, may the best person wins and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Well, guess we can wrap up this episode.
Went all over the place with this episode.
We really were. I wasn't even seeing politics coming in the picture, honestly.
It just comes in all the time.
I mean, we just can't get away from it right now. But yeah, I mean, you know, continue like, comment, subscribing on the channel. You know, we're trying to get to 300. Get us to 300 subscribers. Watch the shorts. Hit the thumbs up. Let us know what you think. You got anything else you want to say?
Nah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, continue to tune in.
All right. Well, I'm Rich. I'm signing out.
D signing out.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.